Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Game of the Week here for the first game of Series 4. It is the red-hot National League leading St. Louis Cardinals versus the Pittsburgh Pirates, who look to bounce back and, get their season kind of in order here as well in the National League, and definitely struggling here in the early goings. This Cardinals team, one of the best so far this season. Matter of fact, I would say far and away the team to beat here in the Major League. As this Pirates side, in fairness, does have a lot of talent to their side. And Yuri Perez on the mound today for the Pirates. Look to get them off to a good one here in this fourth series of the season. Well, the first batter he will face will be the second baseman of Jose Altuve. And now Perez's first offering. Swung on, fouled to the right side for strike one. Altuve's had a pretty good season so far. This Cardinal side usually can always count on him to get on base one way or another. Well, it's 0-1 here. Swung on and missed for strike two. Slider outside, and that has delivered a massive hack there from Altuve, swinging and missing. The 0-2 pitch now from Perez. Fastball does not find the zone there, according to the home plate umpire, and it's 1-2. I did not like that call. 1-2 then. Altuve holds on the curveball, 2-2.
2-2.
Perez does have the only pitching win of the season for the Pirates after their first outing against the Toronto Blue Jays. Check swing, but the umpire is going to say he went, and Altuve will go down on strikes for the first out. And it'll now be over to Paul Goldschmidt, the first baseman. As I was saying, Perez does have the Pirates' only pitching win of the season. Game one, well, I tell you what, it's going to be hard to get off to a pitching win here because Goldschmidt on the first pitch that he sees is making the trip around the bags as it's a home run for Paul Goldschmidt, 426 feet out to left, and the Cardinals have an early lead. So dangerous, this Cardinals side, each and every time they step out there. Goldschmidt could even be the nomination for St. Louis to go to the home run derby. I certainly think that would be a good idea. There's that one. 111 mile an hour off the bat, 426 feet. And the Cardinals have this one 1-0. It'll now be over to the designated hitter, Ozzie Albies. First offering. Fastball finds the top edge there. 0-1. Well, hopefully we get a halfway decent scoring game here, as usually these Game of the Week streams go down as pitchers' duels more than anything. 0-2 now, as Albies fouled the last one behind. Swung on in the air, out to center. Racing over for it is the center fielder of Michael Harris, as he will make that grab out near the warning track for the second out. As we look at the rest of the order for St. Louis, it'll next be over to Nolan Arenado, followed by Contreras, Garcia, and Seager. Byron Buxton and Nolan Jones round out the order for the Cardinals in what has been a very offensive, productive team in the National League. And the entirety of the league, really. I think maybe the most runs put on the board this season by any club. First offering to Arenado. That one hit on the ground on the left side. It will go foul. Well, what a beautiful night for a ball game this at PNC Park. Second homestand consecutively here for the Pirates. 0-1 to Arenado. Fastball inside, what finds the zone there, 0-2. As the 0-2 pitch from Perez swung on, hit foul immediately towards his dugout. Oh, and 2 once again, swung on, hit in the air out to left field, racing back towards the wall is Alvarez, and at the warning track makes the catch of the can of corn for the third out. But Paul Goldschmidt, in the first pitch that he sees against Yuri Perez, puts the Cardinals on top 1-0. Bottom of the first on the way. And leading off for Pittsburgh will be Freddie Freeman, but he'll have to face Shane McClanahan in his first start for the club this season. Usually it's either Spencer Strider or Justin Verlander. McClanahan has been selected to make the start here today, his first of the season. And his first opponent, Freddie Freeman. First offering, fastball finds the bottom edge, 0-1. Then from McClanahan. That one swung and hit in the air on a line, making the grab. Will be the right fielder of Adolis Garcia, as that'll go for the first out. Rest of the order for the Pirates. Following will be Ketel Marte, Yordan Alvarez, Rafael Devers, Ryan Reynolds, the designated hitter, Michael Harris, Jonah Heim, Andrew McCutchen. Who? Who the hell is Liover Piguero? Now, hang on a minute. That's not correct. Why, I don't even know who that is, to tell you the truth. Alright, well, I'll bite the bullet on my own end, and we'll fix that, because that is not someone who should be in this side. I'll go ahead and take the L on my own end. Oh, I've got the music going. I need to pause this stream real quick. Alright, and we're back now. We'll skip all the, we'll skip the cinematics here. We've all seen it already. Bit of an error there. Yuri Perez will take the mound here for Pittsburgh, and we'll have to do this one again, as leading off for the Cardinals will be Jose Altuve. The second baseman. Apologize for that. As it turns out, for whatever reason, it did not have O'Neal Cruz in the lineup here for Pittsburgh. That is Obviously not supposed to happen. O'Neal Cruz, the starting shortstop, so I'm not gonna let that one happen. First offering to Altuve, ball outside. Of course, I'm doing this, and it's hurting my team as well. I mean, we were winning 1-0 after Goldschmidt's home run, but we're on account of getting things right. I'll start over. 2-0 as that one is inside. Next offering from Perez. Yeehaw, says the home plate umpire. 2-1 the count to Altuve. Swung on. That will be fouled to the right side for strike 2, as Altuve 2-2 now. That one swung on, foul behind. Cardinal side has been one of the best offensive teams in the league this season. They've only lost that one time. And, of course, Yuri Perez does have the only pitching win of the season, as that one hit in the air out to the left side. That will get through for a base hit, as Altuve will make his way over to first. Leadoff hit there for Jose Altuve, and next up will be the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt. Problem is, it liked their hit. Left fielder couldn't quite get there in time to be able to make the catch. Routine base hit there. Paul Goldschmidt, the first baseman, now batting. As you say, Yuri Perez, the only pitcher with a win this season for Pittsburgh. They took that in their first game versus the Toronto Blue Jays in Series 2, which was their first game of the season. Since then, I'm afraid no matter who they've put on the mound, has not really ended well. First offering goes for a strike on Goldschmidt, as it's 0-1 with a runner on first. Slider inside, 1-1. Taking the mound today for the Cardinals will be Shane McClanahan in his first start of the campaign. It's either been Strider or Verlander for the Cardinals to this point. As that one hit in the air out to left, deep left, as Paul Goldschmidt will make the trip around the bases, and that's a 2-run shot. 430 feet out to left, as Perez hangs it right down the middle, it seemed to me. And Goldschmidt will touch them all, and it's a 2-0 Cardinals game. Well, talk about perfect. That's what that sounds like. 431 feet, 112 mile an hour off the bat. Second deck there for Goldschmidt. It's over now to the designated hitter, Ozzie Albies. First offering, check swing, fastball inside. The 1-0 from Perez. Swung on, popped up immediately behind towards the netting. The catcher racing under it and not being able to make the grab. Finds its way over the netting. 1-1 here to Albies. Foul behind, 1-2. Curveball outside, 2-2 now from Perez. Following Albies will be the third baseman of Arenado. Swung onto the ground to the right side. Second baseman making the grab and over to first in plenty of time. Ketel Marte making the play, as Albies will be thrown out at first. Now over to Nolan Arenado, followed by William Contreras, the catcher, Adolis Garcia, Corey Seager, Buxton, and Jones round out the order here for the Cardinals. As we said, it'll be over the third baseman, Arenado, who's had a pretty good season so far. Fastball down the middle, sat on for strike 1. The 0-1. Swung on, popped into the air to the right side. Freddie Freeman, the first baseman, is under it and will make the pop fly catch for the second out. It'll now be over to the catcher, William Contreras. First offering, fastball. Sat on and finds the zone for strike 1. 2 outs now, top of the first. St. Louis lead 2-0 after that home run from Goldschmidt. Fastball low. 1-1.
Nope. Ball.
Change up inside. 2-1 now from Yuri Perez. As the 20th offering of the game. Swung on a miss for strike 2. Fastball down the middle, whiffed by Contreras. 2-2 now. Swung on down to the right side. Making the grab at first is Freddie Freeman, and he will touch the bag for the third out. But Paul Goldschmidt, 2-run shot to start this game off hot for the Cardinals. Over to Freddie Freeman to lead off for Pittsburgh. Once again on the mound for St. Louis will be Shane McClanahan, making his first start of the season. For the Cardinals, it's usually to this point either been Corey Seager or Justin Verlander, to which they've both done exceptionally well. With the first offering from McClanahan. Fastball high. Freeman takes it for ball one. The 1-0, changeup inside. Two-0 to Freeman. Fastball goes high. 3-0 the count now. Ketel Marte on deck. And that'll be a walk there for Freddie Freeman as he'll make his way over to first. And will now be, as I said, over to Ketel Marte. As Shane McClanahan walks his first batter of the season. Fastball low and inside, and McClanahan having a bit of difficulty finding the zone for the time being. That one hit in the air out to center. Racing near the warning track and able to make the catch with no difficulty will be Buxton, now trying to relay the throw to second. And that will be the first out.
Batting third, the left fielder.
And the rest of the order for the Pirates. Now over to Yordan Alvarez, followed by Devers, Brian Reynolds, Harris II, Jonah Heim, Andrew McCutchen, and O'Neill Cruz. Round out the batting order for the Pirates. So runner on first now with one out. Fastball barely misses the inside edge for ball one. The 1-0. Swung on and missed for strike one as the curveball. Wow. Good throw there from McClanahan. Air Yordan for MVP. I'm not entirely sure that's a reasonable case, that one, but okay. 1-1 as that one's hit on the ground. Good grab by Goldschmidt. 3-6. Back over to 3, and that will be the third out. Well, they walked Freddie Freeman. And then good double play ball there from the Cardinals. Send him to the top of the second. In the lead of this one, 2-0. Now batting for the Cardinals will be Adolis Garcia. Perez, of course, remains on the mound. First offering. Yeehaw! Yeehaw, says the ref, says the umpire. 0-1. I believe this is a different home plate umpire. We haven't had this one yet this season, I don't think. I've never heard an umpire say yeehaw to this point. 0-1 now to Garcia. Swung on, popped into the air. The third baseman of Rafael Devers will be racing under it to make the grab, and that'll be the first out.
Batting seventh, the shortstop, Corey.
So now over to Corey Seager. First offering to Seager. Yeehaw! Changeup finds the zone there, 0-1. '25th offering of the game from Perez. That one hit pretty well out to left, racing back for it, and having to make the grab over his shoulder, and doing so very nicely, is the left fielder of Yordan Alvarez for the second out. That was a difficult grab to make, almost looking into the sun as well, I would think. Good grab there. For the second out. Now over to Byron Buxton, the center fielder. That one hit, goes foul to the right side, 0-1. Next offering from Perez. Fastball sat on for strike two. Pittsburgh had a pretty interesting series there against Atlanta last time out. 5-3 was that second game, and an absolute barn burner of a offensive showing for both sides. Slider in the dirt there for ball one. One and two to Buxton. Swung on, foul behind. 30th pitch of the game now for Perez. And that one well outside. Fastball outside, 3-2. Nolan Jones on deck here with 2 outs. Oh my Lord.
What you got? One.
Rafael Devers will make that one a base hit, as he will make his way over to first. Yeah, nice routine base hit there for Devers, the first of the day for the Pirates. Now over to Brian Reynolds. Curveball outside, 1-0.
Nope, that's outside.
Change up outside, 2-0 now. Earl Hendricks behind home plate, giving us a good yeehaw every once in a while, which I think is just fantastic, to tell you the truth. 2-0 here to Reynolds. Runner on first, that being Rafael Devers after his base hit. 2-0 swung on a miss for strike one. Fastball gets by Reynolds. 16th pitch of the game for McClanahan. That one hit in the air, popped up directly over near and making its way on the first baseline. Goldschmidt will make the catch with no difficulty for the first out. So it'll now be over to Michael Harris, the center fielder. Runner still on first. Fastball finds the high and inside corner for strike one. Slider finds the outside edge there, 0-2. Swung on a miss for strike three is the curveball that time, getting Harris. First strikeout of the game for McClanahan, and first strikeout of the season for him as well. But still, it'll now be over to the right fielder of Andrew McCutchen. Runner on first with 2 outs here. Next offering from McClanahan. That one hit in the air out to center. Racing over to it and making that catch with no difficulty is Byron Buxton to retire the side. As once again, Pittsburgh will strand a runner. This time, thankfully for them, though, they get a hit on the board at least. 2-0 Cardinals going to the top of the third. Nolan Jones, Jose Altuve, and Paul Goldschmidt will lead off here for the Cardinals. And it will be the left fielder of Nolan Jones to start things off. 33rd pitch of the game for Yuri Perez. Fastball goes well high for ball one. The 1-0. Swung on into the air out in center field. Getting there in plenty of time will be Michael Harris to make the catch for the first out. First offering to Altuve, the top of the order now for St. Louis. Fastball in the bottom of the zone for strike one.
Ball.
Slider goes low, 1-1 now. That one hit in the air out to the right side. Getting under it and making the grab with no difficulty at all. That will be that of Andrew McCutchen for the second out. It'll now be over to Paul Goldschmidt. He's already homered in today's game. See what he can do here against Perez the second time. Fastball goes low, but finds the zone for strike one. Oh, and 1 now to Goldschmidt. That one hit to the right side into the bleachers. Strike two now.
That's a ball.
Fastball outside, 1-2.
1-2.
That one hit on the ground to the right side. Freeman making the grab on the backhand and touching the bag for the third out. As Pittsburgh will move to the bottom of the third. Still 2-0 Cardinals. Andrew McCutchen, O'Neill Cruz, and Freddie Freeman. The next three due up. First offering to McCutchen, fastball inside. One 0 now to McCutchen. Fastball goes high, 2-0. Circle change finds the inside edge, 2-1. Fastball in the dirt, 3-1 now. Three and 1 as the curveball doesn't find the zone there. Shane McClanahan will start the inning off with a walk. Second walk of the game allowed. Now over to the 9-hole hitter of O'Neill Cruz, the shortstop. First offering, fastball, finds the top edge, 0-1. My God.
Hey, be throw.
I'm sorry about that. Anyway, 0-1 now to O'Neill Cruz. Swung on, into the air, out to the right side, back at the track is going to be the right fielder of Adolis Garcia, making the grab, throw over to second. Relay doesn't go. That'll only just be the first out.
The first baseman, number 5.
It'll now be over to Freddie Freeman.
Freeman.
First offering to Freeman. Fastball. I thought on the inside edge there. Home plate umpire did not see that the same way. It's 1-0. Freeman got walked in the first inning. Got an opportunity to tie this game up with one swing of the bat. That one will trickle down the first baseline. McClanahan making the tag. Runner will advance to second, but that'll be the second out.
The batter, number 7, second baseman.
And if only Freeman hit that a little bit harder, that could have been double play ball there, but instead, runner will move to second. Ketel Marte now battling. That'll be hit up the middle. Making the grab will be Seager and thrown over to first. No, he'll be in time. And there will be runners at the corners. Well, the throw from Seager just a couple of steps late. That one was kind of a slow hit up the middle. And how close is the call? Well, yep, that is absolutely a base hit there. So runners at the corners now. Yordan Alvarez will be up to bat. Unfortunate one there for McClanahan.
0-1.
0-1 now. Swung on a miss for strike two. Change up low. Will get Alvarez. And McClanahan is one pitch away from ending the inning. Slider way low, 1-2. 34th pitch of the game for McClanahan coming up right here. Curveball outside, 2-2. He does not want to walk the bases loaded right now, and that's just something he does not want to do. That one in the dirt. Runner taking off for second. That was a bad decision to try and go for that one. Runner will be thrown out at second. As incredibly enough, that will end the inning. Ozzie Albies, Nolan Arenado, and William Contreras, the next three batting. But goodness me, the Pirates could have absolutely been on the board there. But we'll move to the top of the fourth. Still 2-0 Cardinals. Next offering from Perez. Fastball down the middle. Held on from Albies. 0-1. Fastball down the middle, and Albies will not swing the bat again. 0-2. And I would expect a breaking ball to come next from Perez that Albies will swing at. We'll have to find out. Well, fastball high in the zone, does swing on it. Foul behind. Still 0-2. Swung on into the air out and right. That'll find its way to the bleachers. Well, almost. The net got in the way, but still. Following Albies with a third baseman of Nolan Arenado batting next. Swung on and missed for strike three. Curveball gets Ozzie Albies, and that'll be the first out. So only the second strikeout of the game for Perez, as it will now be over to, as we said, Arenado. Fastball swung on and missed on the inside edge, 0-1. Popped out in the first inning, and his only trip to the plate today so far. See what he can manage here. 0-1 to Arenado. That one hit over to right center. That one will find the grass for a base hit. Surprisingly enough, as Michael Harris couldn't get the legs under him over there in time. And Arenado will make his way to first. William Contreras now batting the catcher. One out here top of the fourth and runner on first. Still 2-0 Cardinals. Wouldn't be surprised, though, if Pittsburgh can strike back here. That last inning was definitely, I think, a little bit of a scare there for St. Louis, seeing how close Pittsburgh did get to even tying this game.
Nope.
Curveball outside. The count now to Contreras. Swung on, hit in the air out to right center, racing towards it, near the warning track and being able to make the grab in plenty of time will be the right fielder of Andrew McCutchen. Relayed throw in, and Arenado does not advance. It'll now be over to the right fielder, Adolis Garcia. Runner still on first, now with two outs here, top of the fourth. Fastball down the middle, strike one. Oh, and 1 now. Oh, and that one is going to hit him. I think Garcia nearly went around there swinging, but it did. It did get him on the way by, and that'll put a runner on first and second with Corey Seager now batting. Fastball inside 1-0. Well, that was very close there. To having been a strike anyway, despite the ball hitting him. Somehow he didn't go around. Swung on and missed for strike one. Fastball. Seager gives a bit of a whiff on. Check swing there. Fastball outside, 2-1. Runner on first and second still. Slider outside, 3-1 now. Byron Buxton on deck here for St. Louis with potentially bases loaded. Not a position that Perez wants to find himself in as well. 3-1 the count. Two outs here, top of the fourth. Swung on, and that may get through for a base hit and extra bases. As that one trickles to the wall, Seager will absolutely be rounding first and heading to second. That will score 2 runs here for St. Louis. 4-0 Cardinals. As Yuri Perez once again lets up 2 runs in one swing of the bat. As Corey Seager makes his way to second. And it's a 4-0 ball game. Perez will remain on the mound for the time being. I'm assuming by the time we get to the fifth, that's going to change.
That's a ball.
Fastball outside, 1-0. '61st pitch of the game from Perez. That one swung on in a drive, but will it stay fair? It will not. Buxton very close to making that one a 6-0 game, but instead it goes foul. 1-2. And a slider outside, 2-2 the count. Next offering, that one swung on foul to the left side again. Two and two, bottom of the zone fastball, swung on and missed for the third out. But Corey Seager makes this one a 4-0 ball game as a 2 RBI double out to center. Keeps the Cards on top for now. Starting off here for Pittsburgh will be Yordan Alvarez. McClanahan remains in the mound here, bottom of the fourth. Swung on foul behind. That one fouled behind as well, 0-2. Slider outside, 1-2. As for now, the Cardinals do look to remain the best team in the National League. I think regardless of how this series is going to turn out here versus Pittsburgh, they could have that. They probably will. 2-2 now. McClanahan's not had a bad day on the mound here. This probably establishes St. Louis as probably the best pitching rotation in the National League at least. Fastball high and tight will get Alvarez as he swings and misses for the first out. Second strikeout of the game for McClanahan.
The third baseman.
It'll be over now to Rafael Devers. Slider low. That one is going to get away from Contreras. That one hit pretty well, but on a line making the catch will be Byron Buxton out in center. Rafael Devers so unlucky there as the woes for Pittsburgh continue. Fastball finds the zone 0-1. 2 outs now with Brian Reynolds batting. Fastball outside, 1-1. As that one absolutely smacked out to left. Will it stay fair? Yes, it does. Brian Reynolds has a solo shot out to left to make this one a 4-1 ball game as Pittsburgh get a run on the board. .375 feet, only trickling in fair. That one hit well, and again, McClanahan has not had much hit off of him today. As though that one's going to go through the pole. Interesting. Michael Harris, the second batting now.
No, that missed.
Curveball high.
1-0. Ball.
Slider inside, 2-0.
No, that's down.
Change up low,
Ball.
3-0 the count now with Jonah Heim on deck. Fastball finds the zone, 3-1. That one hit in the air out to the right side. Goldschmidt racing under it and will be able to make the grab in foul territory for the third out. Well, Pittsburgh finally get a run on the board with Brian Reynolds, courtesy of a home run. Still 4-1 to the Cardinals as we begin the fifth inning. I wonder if Perez will remain on the mound here. Nolan Jones, and that one swung on out to right. See you later. Nolan Jones in his first home run of the season, and it's a 5-1 ball game. 450 feet out to right. As that one again absolutely crushed as Perez is left. That's the third time now he's really just kind of left it hanging there. And it's been taken advantage of. 450 feet. That's got to be one of the furthest home runs of the season. As it will be Josh Fleming taking the mound now for Pittsburgh as Perez's day ends in misery once more. So Fleming taking the mound now, 5-1 game here, as it's now the top of the order with Jose Altuve. That one hit very well out to the left side, finding the grass for a base hit. It'll now be over to Paul Goldschmidt.
Now batting, the first baseman, Paul.
Well, Pittsburgh's going to have a lot of work to do here in the bottom of the fifth if they're able to. That would be something. Remember, they kind of had something like this going against Atlanta where, it was a very similar scoreline like this, and they kind of looked as if they could be able to get something going in the bottom half of the game, but they never did, which is unfortunate because I thought they actually played quite well against Atlanta. Maybe just some pitching got in the way. Fastball high and tight, swung on a miss for Goldschmidt. He's 1-2 today, having homered in the first inning. 0-2. Sweeping curve goes low, 1-2. Fleming taking the mound after Perez allowing his second home run of the game. Or was it third? Oh, I can't remember. Swung on a miss for strike three as the changeup gets past Goldschmidt. And it'll now be over to Ozzie Albies. And I believe he's already got 50% of the strikeout total that Perez had today. First offering, that one hit down the line. It will trickle foul eventually, but still good contact there from Albies. Strikeout and a groundout today. In the recent games, at least, he's not exactly had the offensive presence that he did have in the first, two series of the season. Sinker inside, 1-1. Well, again, it'll have to be a big bottom of the fifth here for Pittsburgh if they want to come back. Next offering, change up low, 2-1.
2-1.
Fleming's ninth pitch of the game. Swung on the ground to the left side. Making the grab is O'Neal Cruz, and making the throw over to first, and will not be in time. Runners now on first and second. It does go down as a base hit as Cruz makes the grab on the backhand, but just cannot make the throw over in time as he's off balance, has to steady himself, and is about 2 steps behind on the throw to first. Runner now on first and second with only 1 out, as Arenado takes to the plate. First offering is a changeup low. Well, Fleming against Goldschmidt there looked like he was going to have a good start, and it doesn't quite look that way now. Sinker low and inside. 2-0 the count now to Arenado. Swung on the ground to the left side, goes foul. 2-1 now to Arenado, and following Nolan Arenado will be the catcher of William Contreras. Swung on a miss for strike two, changeup on the outside edge. Makes him look a bit silly there. Runner still on first and second with 1 out here, top of the fifth, and the Cardinals have a 4-run lead. Check swing from Arenado, full count now.
Full count.
And as we said, the catcher of Contreras on deck. 3-2 from Fleming. That one fouled behind. And again, Yuri Perez, if you're just joining us now, Yuri Perez started this game, led up a home run in his second at-bat to his 2-0. And since then has just not been the pitching appearance that he would have hoped for. Let up a homer to start this inning as well. It's not been a good one here. That one hit over to the right side. That one's going to find fair territory. That will load the bases here. Throw coming home, and Altuve will get there in time. That'll move the runners to the corners. 6-1 St. Louis. You know, that one did not look very well hit, but somehow that one finds fair territory as McCutchen can't race over to get it in time. Runner will score, and it's 6-1 St. Louis. Now over to Contreras. First offering, that one fouled to the right side. Fly out and a ground out for Contreras so far today.
Ball.
Sinker inside, 1-1. Swung on to the left side. That one nearly making the grab was Rafael Devers. Throw over to first is in time. The run will still score. Contreras gets an RBI out of that one. Good diving play from Devers. Nearly actually making the catch on it, but instead has to make the throw over to first, and the run will score. 7-1 Cardinals. Sinker inside, 1-0. So Garcia was hit by the pitch earlier today. He's 0 for 1. I believe he struck out his first trip up. As Fleming still on the mound here for Pittsburgh, having already given up now an additional run. That one hit over to the left side. Diving play from O'Neal Cruz. Will not be able to make the grab, and the runner will take first. Another base hit there. And again, St. Louis so hot on the bats right now. It will be Ryan Baruki coming in to replace Fleming, the second closer of the day for Pittsburgh, as it is not going to plan for the Pirates. Perez gave up 5 runs. A 6th to begin the inning. And since then, an additional one from Fleming. Makes it 7-1. Corey Seager batting now. Slider down the middle for strike 1. 2 RBI double for Seager earlier today. And now the 0-1. Slider finds the middle of the zone there, 0-2, as Seager sits on both of them so far. Runners at the corners with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Next offering, Slider goes low, 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Slider outside, 2-2. Next offering swung on, over to the right side. That one will find its way to the bleachers. Still 2-2. That one swung on, fouled to the left side. 2-2 still. Swung on and missed for strike 3 as the slider inside gets Seager. I don't know what he's not happy about there. He swung out and struck out and missed. 7-1 St. Louis. Jonah Heim, Andrew McCutchen, and O'Neal Cruz to start off here for Pittsburgh in the bottom of the 5th. They'll need a lot. McClanahan will remain on the mound, only his 51st pitch of the game, having only given up 1 run as well.
1 ball, no
Change up
strike.
inside, 1-0.
Ball.
Change up low, 2-0 the count now.
Ball.
Curveball goes low, 3-0 now. Due up next for the Pirates is McCutchen. The 3-0 to Heim. That one goes low. 4-pitch walk there for McClanahan. as Heim will make his way over to first. Third walk of the game allowed.
Leading up for the Pirates,
And it'll now be over to Andrew
the
McCutcheon.
fielder,
Runner on first.
McCutcheon.
Swung on and missed for strike one. Fastball in the inside edge.
Balls, 1 strike.
So McClanahan allows his third walk of the game. Runner on first with nobody out here, bottom of the fifth. Fastball finds the top of the zone, 0-2 to McCutcheon. And that one swung on and missed for strike three. McCutcheon won't even attempt to run to first, although it looks like the run did advance. No, he didn't. I apologize. I thought he was going to. I heard a dive somewhere along the line. I think the runner at first was on his way to going and thought better of it. But the curveball fooling McCutcheon. It'll be over to O'Neal Cruz. Runner on first with 1 out in the bottom of the fifth. Fastball down the middle for strike one, as Cruz will sit on that one.
That's the ball.
Curveball low, 1-1 now.
Ball up.
Fastball goes high, 2-1. McClanahan pitching around, does not want to give up a run-scoring hit here.
3-1.
Curveball outside is McClanahan in danger of walking this guy to first as Freddie Freeman currently standing to Cruz. That one swung on, fouled to the left side, 3-2. And that one nearly gets him. Curveball finds ball four as there's a runner on first and second for Pittsburgh. Fourth walk of the game allowed for Shane McClanahan. It's over to Freddie Freeman in the top of the order. Still runner now on first and second with 1 out here, bottom of the fifth. First offering is a fastball that goes high for ball one. The 1-0. Hit in the air out to right center. Racing towards it and able to make the catch will be the right fielder. Throw on its way over to the third. No advancement from the runner. And there will be 2 outs now. As Adolis Garcia making the grab. 2 outs now. Runner still on first and second. As it's over now to Ketel Marte, the second baseman. He's 1 for 3 today. Fastball finds the zone, 0-1. He singled in the third inning, Marte. I don't believe this makes it the highest scoring game in the league history. I believe even perhaps that 5-3 outing last time out.
That's the ball.
Between the Pirates and the Braves. Fastball inside, 1-1. But Marte could knock in a run here. That would be very helpful for Pittsburgh. But with 2 outs, it's looking difficult. Swung on the ground to the right side, not able to make the grab is Goldschmidt. That will at least load the bases. Throw coming home from Garcia. No advancement past third, and the bases are loaded for Pittsburgh. As it's over now to Rafael Devers. Sorry, Yordan Alvarez. Following Alvarez will be Devers. I got confused. Anyway, fastball outside, 1-0 the count. McClanahan in a bit of a jam here. Albeit it's going to take a lot for Pittsburgh to get back into competitive territory, especially with 2 outs here. But you never know. Baseball's a funny sport like that. 1-0 to Alvarez. Fastball inside, 2-0 now. As McClanahan could be in danger of walking in a run. Doesn't want to do that. Two the count. Fastball finds the bottom of the zone. 2-1. Fastball outside, and McClanahan could be on his way to walking in a run with Rafael Devers on deck. Oh, this is a tough one here. 73rd offering of the game from McClanahan. 3-1 the count. Swung on the ground to the right side. Making the grab is Goldschmidt and touching the bag for the final out. And St. Louis, well, they escape a bit of a jam there at the bottom of the game. 7-1 the final score. McClanahan gets a win in his only start this season. Yuri Perez goes down with another loss, and Pittsburgh do look to be the run to the litter as far as the National League is concerned. But a good game that. We got a lot of home runs and we got a lot of runs as well. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time. And what a win today for St. Louis.